Just after midnight in June, the Strait of Hormuz falls silent. A lone ship turns into the wind. USS Michael Murphy opens her vertical launch cells, and one by one, Tomahawks rise off the deck, bending toward the coast. 49 in total before the sky turns gray. For 40 days, Iran rebuilt the exact network. Those missiles were aimed at radar sites, air defense batteries, command links along the strait. The engineering held. The work was real. By early June, the system was back to about 91% of its original capacity. A radar must switch on to see incoming threats, and switching on is what gets it killed. The first Tomahawk entered Iranian airspace, almost exactly as the rebuilt radars powered up. They lit up to do their job, and that decision sealed their fate. This is the story of a defense network that functioned exactly as intended, and died because of it. You've seen ceasefires before, and assumed silence meant safety. Tell me in the comments if you ever consider that the pause might be the danger. This is what Eagle Eye Military breaks down. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. The Michael Murphy is an Arleigh class destroyer, hull number DDG-112. It launched the strike from the northern Gulf, well within range, firing Tomahawk land attack missiles over nearly 4 hours, each 1,000-mile cruise missile hugging terrain, flying low enough to slip under radar coverage. This was only the first layer. Above it, the Air Force flew the strike package. F-16 CJ Wild Weasels hunting radars. F-15E Strike Eagles carrying precision bunker busters. F-35 seconds overhead tracking responses. And Navy F-18 seconds flying carrier-based runs. Targets were scattered across Iran. Karaj, Natanz, Bandar Abbas. Sites along the strait and Dupanland IRGC nodes. Explosions stretched through the night. Air defense batteries, radar stations, command centers. Hit in sequence as the strike package worked through a prepared list. The trigger came days earlier, when an Irani and drone downed a U.S. Army Apache over the strait. Both crews survived. A sea drone extracted them within hours. CNTC Owen called the strike a proportional response to attacks on U.S. forces and commercial shipping. Iran answered with drones over Bahrain, a missile fired at Jordan, and a declaration that the Strait of Hormuz was closed. Though shipping continued, the operation kept escalating. While smoke still rose from the previous night, the strike force carried the name of LT Michael P. Murphy, a Navy SEAL who died calling in support under fire, saving his team unearning the Medal of Honor. His namesake ship spent hours emptying its magazine into a system Iran had spent weeks rebuilding. Iran's air defense network had been hit before. In earlier operations, it was assessed as heavily degraded, but satellite imagery later showed rapid recovery. Tunnel entrances reopened, launch sites repaired, and radar nodes reactivated at scale. During a brief ceasefire window, roughly 40 days without enforcement, Iran rebuilt at speed, clearing tunnel mouths, repairing roads, and restoring buried launch positions. Commercial satellites captured the activity. Excavators, loaders, trucks working openly at multiple bases. Some sites showed more than 10 machines at a single entrance. Analysts linked the pace to foreign technical assistance and initial overestimation of earlier damage. The system was designed around mobility. Transporter minus, erector minus launchers hidden in mountains, moving, firing, then disappearing. You cannot permanently destroy a mobile launcher with fixed minus site strikes. You can only suppress it. The earlier campaign sealed tunnel mouths and cratered roads, but did not reach buried assets. So when the ceasefire arrived, Iran used the time exactly as expected, rebuilding hidden infrastructure and restoring readiness. But the system had a built-in constraint. To defend anything, the radars must emit, and emitting makes them visible. That is the core of vulnerability. Enter the Wild Weasel mission set. F-16 CJS equipped with the Amesa Quipulti IS-200 targeting pod, listening for radar emissions passively. The moment a radar turns on, its signal is identified and geolocated. Then the AGM-88 HARM launches, a missile that homes in on the radar's own emissions. The radar's attempt to see becomes what destroys it. Supporting aircraft follow behind. F-15S delivering bunker-busting ordnance. F-35 seconds maintaining surveillance and targeting continuity. Iranian crews face a binary choice. Keep radars active and be killed, or shut down and go blind. Some tactics attempt to survive. Brief emissions, shutdown drills, decoys, mobility. But the trade-off remains structural. Now compare timelines. Iran rebuilt the network in 40 days. The strike dismantled it in hours, and the economics are asymmetric. IHARM costs a fraction of the radar systems it destroys. The result is a system that is fast to rebuild, but structurally vulnerable every time it activates. And beneath it all sits the strategic layer. Choke points like Karg Island, handling the vast majority of Iran's oil exports. And much of the region's maritime flow through the Strait of Hormuz. Millions of barrels move daily through a narrow corridor, a pressure point on global energy. On the US side, the strike campaign consumes a significant portion of Tomahawk production, far faster than it can be replenished. So the The imbalance cuts both ways. One side burns through stockpiles, the other rebuilds infrastructure. The strike worked tactically. Radars were hit, networks disrupted, but mobile launchers remain, and underground systems continue evolving. The same 40-day rebuild clock still exists, waiting to run again. That is the tension. Waiting the night doesn't mean solving the system. Iran rebuilt in 40 days, but the moment it turned its radars back on, it became visible again, and that visibility is what ended it.